Today in our Love Where You Live series, we're talking with Maciej, and we're going to talk about the foothills, and we're starting now. So here we are with Maciej. We're going to talk about the foothills. Maciej, tell everyone your name because I'm not very good at it.
So I go by Maciej. My real name is Maciej. I'm happy to be here with you, Lisa.
And your last name?
It's Komuniecki.
Yes.
Nice and long and full of syllables.
Yes, it is. So Maciej, how long have you been in real estate?
So I've been involved in the real estate industry for over 10 years in a number of different aspects. It's a fun industry and I'm glad to be here.
I know that you're not from the Okanagan. In fact, you're not from Canada. Give us a little idea of your history.
So originally born in Poland, moved to Canada when I was 3. I lived and grew up in Alberta, a number of different places. But about 2008, decided that I'd like to start building a future in the Okanagan. So got a place out here in a cabin on the lake, which is fantastic. Slowly developed it, and 4 years ago, finally made the decision that this is the real place I want to be.
Now, why did you decide that?
It's the Okanagan lifestyle. It's the proximity to going skiing, enjoying the lake. It's a slower lifestyle. It's just much more of a enjoyable way to live.
Someone recently said it's like you're on holidays every day. You're living where you're holidaying, right?
Absolutely.
So why did you end up getting into real estate? You've done a lot of things in your life and now you're here with us, and tell us about real estate.
So real estate was a great transition, going from the development side, construction, and that area of my life, to being able to just help people and bring that knowledge of what I have about real estate in general into people's heads and kind of having that conversations with them about what I can do to help them find their next home, business, or however they want to approach it.
For sure, like solving that puzzle for people, how to get from A to B to C.
Absolutely. It is a lot of puzzle pieces, and I'm really happy that I can be there to facilitate that.
Tell us about the foothills. That's one of your favorite places. You don't live there now, but it's a place that you're choosing to move in the future, or that's a goal in the future. So tell us what you love about that area so much.
Absolutely. You know what? The foothills is a spectacular part of Vernon with the views to start with. You get some of those homes up there get absolutely spectacular views, whether it's one lake of Okanagan, Kalamalka. Some properties have views of all 3 lakes, including Swan Lake. Then other properties kind of up higher on the hill have the most spectacular valley views. So that's the start. The other thing is it's the proximity into Vernon. You're less than 15 minutes and you're in the downtown core of Vernon. You're about 6 to 7 minutes and you've got shopping, with Butcher Boys being right there. So all your grocery needs are taken care of. Lots of amenities when it comes to hiking and trails and going out for a bike ride. I have a dog, so always being outside and being active is key. And the other thing is you're 15 minutes to Silver Star and you have some of the best skiing in the Okanagan. So there's a lot of things that kind of come up with it. So
yeah, foothills is kind of it's so nice because you're a little bit off the beaten track. It's more of a kind of a rural location, yet you're still so close to the north end of town, and you can zip up to that ski hill with no problem.
Absolutely. It's one of those places where once you fall in love with it, there's no other place you want to be.
So let's talk about the schools for kids. There's a school very close to there, I think.
It is. So BX Elementary is about a 5 to 10 minute walk, depending from where in the foothills. It's very nicely located. You do have access to Barstow also Elementary, which is the French immersion school here in Vernon. Vernon Christian schools are there as well. And then you do also fall under the Vernon secondary school system for the older students.
And I would imagine you'd be bused to most of those.
So there is bus routes, regular bus schedule, and that can be easily found on the Vernon Educational System site.
Now there's a park in the foothills too. If people are wondering, what are their young kids going to do, because it's more of a kind of a subdivision. There's not a ton of amenities right in the foothills, but there's a nice park there.
The Silver Star Foothills Community Park is there. It's got basketball, tennis courts, a park, and lots of green space to enjoy and get out there and throw a football around, or shoot some hoops, even take your dog for a walk. Like it is within walking distance to almost anywhere in the foothills.
You're nice and close to the ski hill for sure, closer than anywhere else in Vernon pretty much. Now what about how close are you to the beaches?
So you're about 15 to 20 minutes from either Cal Beach or Kin Beach, which are the 2 beaches, one on Kalamalka Lake and one on the Okanagan. Both are fantastic day areas that can be used and have great amenities, that are nice and close to them.
When you look at it, regardless of where you are in Vernon, you're not very far from a beach or the ski hill or a park or a dog park or anything like that, or a provincial park for that matter.
Well, and that's one of the other things that really attracted me to Vernon is it has that small town feel, but it has all the amenities of a big city, right? So you do really get that features of being able to get everywhere in a really short amount of time, because it's not a very big city, but everything you possibly could need is easily found in Vernon.
Even Cactus Club.
Even Cactus Club, yeah, they have recently opened one up, and it is one of the premier spots in Vernon. But there is a lot of different local restaurants that are really good, and our downtown core has some really fantastic ones, whether it's the Cal or Martin's if you're looking for a beer, or there's lots of East Indian food, Chinese food, and so there is a lot of options down there.
There is for sure. What's your favorite, just out of curiosity?
Right now, if I'm going to go get a good cup of coffee, it's going to be Ratio. It's probably one of my favorites. Their Friday donuts are amazing. And then Martin's just was there last week, and some craft brews and some really good food as well.
The Foothills being kind of on the north end of town, you're a little bit farther away from the airport, the Kelowna airport, because of course, if you're going to fly anywhere, you're going to have to go out of Kelowna International. So how far do you think the Foothills would be?
So Kelowna Airport is about 40 minutes to get to the Kelowna Airport. It's not that difficult to get there. You do take a straight shot, take the highway right into Kelowna and make it right.
A couple of other fun things about the Foothills, you're right close to Butcher Boys. You're probably within 5 minutes, I would say, of Butcher Boys. There's the wine and beer store there.
Silver Star liquor store there is. So if you're ever short or need something for a fun party or a barbecue, it is conveniently located right down from the Foothills.
A little farther down the road, you've got Helmets, if you need some sausage, I guess.
And in the village, meanwhile, you have your Save on Food. Just a little ways down from there, you've got all the big box stores such as Superstore, Home Depot, for all those other needs that you might need for your home.
Let's talk about the real estate there. What kinds of real estate do we find in the Foothills area?
So in the Foothills, mostly you'll find single family homes. The beauty about those homes is that they are zoned to have legal suites. So a lot of those homes have taken advantage of that and give you the opportunity. There are some duplexes and the kind of multi-family homes, but fewer than you do see. The homes range from being built in the late 80s all the way into lots of new development. Whether you go up kind of Maciej Trail, there's some fantastic homes up there that are just being built or have recently been built.
Yeah, they just keep building more and more. You think they must be out of land, and then all of a sudden, poof, here's some more. And the houses just keep getting newer and better and bigger and beautiful.
And even with all those new houses, they're still maintaining that, all those houses have some fantastic views even with the newer ones.
Some of those ones that go around the corner too, you get that killer view over Swan Lake as well as Okanagan and Cal, like you said, all three lakes. And then as you go sort of the other way on the Silver Star side, you're looking over the valley. You may not have a lake view, but you have a beautiful valley view as well.
Absolutely. And some of those houses, that they are some of the newer homes that they're building rooftop patios just to take advantage of those views and have that full 360-degree view of the beauty of the Okanagan.
Yeah, and you know what? The other thing we didn't talk about up there is the trails. We didn't talk about the trail system.
There are some fantastic trails up there. You do have Silver Star Provincial Park, which has some great trails for bike riding and mountain biking. One of my favorite that I take my dog on all the time is the Silver Star Foothills Trail. It's full of twists and turns and really gets you going. And it's one of those places where you can see some fantastic wildlife and really enjoy the outdoors.
Yeah, and then you're not too far from the BX Trail.
The BX Trail, yeah, it goes right to the BX Dog Park, and we take walks down there. Lots kind of get in there, and the trail system in the Foothills, it's nicely interconnected. You really see some fantastic views and have some real fun up there.
New developments, you were saying there's new houses being built up there, and I know there is all the time. Nothing in terms of, there's no, you're not going to find any apartments up there. You said there's some duplexes, couple triplexes, that sort of thing, legal suites. The Foothills being a little bit of a weird area into its own because it's technically part of the city of Vernon, even though you have to go all the way through the BX, which is in the regional district, to get there. So you got the city of Vernon here, and then over here, boop, you've got the Foothills, and everybody's on city water and city sewer and city services, vote for the city, etc. Is there anything that someone wouldn't like?
Up in the foothills, you will get the snow a little earlier than you will get in the Valley of Vernon. We're not talking 3 or 4 feet more. We're talking a skiff here and there. The other thing is it does tend to be a few degrees cooler as you go up that hill, which can be an advantage and disadvantage. Realistically though, in the summer, if you want to get away from the heat, it really does help being up there.
When that inversion in the winter settles in the valley, or if you've had a smoky year in the summer, we've had some fires, it tends to settle in the valley. Sometimes the foothills can be a little bit above that. Silver Star definitely is. Sometimes the foothills though even gets a little bit of that benefit.
Yeah, the upper foothills definitely, you are high enough up that you do sometimes get out of the clouds and get some of that prized sunshine that we love here in the valley.
I think the biggest thing, you said it so well, why you would buy in the foothills. One, you want to be a little bit away. You don't want to be in a crowded subdivision. You're a little bit off the beaten track. You're closer to the ski hill. You got those access to those beautiful views, and you've got a really good selection of houses up there too. It's not all built out, whereas a lot of the other areas of Vernon, they are, and you're still not that much farther than you are anywhere else. Sure.
And because of the way the foothills is designed, a lot of the houses don't have neighbors right behind you because you do back into the hills. So you do have that great privacy that comes along with that as well.
And being on the hill, you find most houses do have some sort of a view. The downside houses, the building scheme states that you have to be a level entry with a walkout basement or at least a one-story house. And then on the opposite side, you'll find the grade level entries where you walk into the basement and walk upstairs and look over the house in front of you. So many views to be had, and so many price ranges too. Like, do you have an idea of the price range up there?
So the price ranges, they start for the older homes, you'll be in that $750 range, kind of go up from there. Into the newer homes, you will be $1 million plus, but those homes will also be larger, have a lot of new amenities, such as having legal suites. You will find homes up there with pools. You will find homes with, great verandas that have a nice hot tub on them, so you can enjoy that view sitting in a hot tub with a glass of wine.
So tell me, what do you like best just about Vernon in general? We know what you like about foothills. What do you like about Vernon?
Well, I'm going to come back to the simple. It's a small town feel with big city amenities. You've got the proximity to the airport. You are from Vernon, like I said, about 40 minutes from the airport in Kelowna, and it is an international airport, so you can fly out to hundreds of different destinations. You have 2 major ski hills within, I'd say, about an hour and a half driving distance, whether it's up here in Silver Star or Big White in Kelowna. The lakes, you can't get around, the absolutely amazing lakes we have, and being able to spend summers on the water. There's just something special about that. Hiking, if you love outdoor activities, there really is no better place that provides you so many options to be out and about. And whether it's even taking a walk down the rail trail, experiencing Kalamalka Lake, there's just so much that you can do as an outdoorsy person and still have all the amenities that you really hope to have.
So do you golf, Maciej?
I don't golf, but you know what? I end up spending a lot of time with friends out on the golf courses. There's some fantastic courses, whether you want to kind of go up on Predator Ridge and really enjoy that peak of golfing. There is the Rise Golf Course, which is absolutely beautiful as well. Or if you just want to get a good round in, Small Machine is really, just down the road as well. It does provide some fantastic golfing.
So you're like the caddy. I
am the caddy. I drive the cart very well.
Opener.
Yeah, I drive the cart very, very well.
I bet you do. Awesome. Well, thank you, Maciej. I really appreciate all the information about the foothills. And for anybody watching this, if you want any more information on the foothills, you want to buy, you want to sell, give Maciej a call. You can find him at Remax Vernon Salt Fowler. Thanks for coming on, Maciej.
Thanks, Lisa, for having me.